Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. See something? Say something. I've come across something. I don't know if it's a scam. I don't know if it's a plot or a ploy. I just know it is wrong and it's happened twice. First time, okay. It was bad the first time. Second time was not quite as bad since the right decision ended up getting made and I didn't have to go or do any further pursuit or file any kind of complaints. So see something, say something, and you need to be aware. You need to be aware. I don't know if I'm going to name names, but I might get creative. I may. Noob that's still here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I ever want in the opportunity is a chance. One shot, one. That's it. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way because we have a special, unique bond. Sharing is caring. But you should share everything. Also, we don't know what to call this yet. Some point in the distant future or near future or insert whatever you need to. Time period, time frame. We'll figure it out. We will retroactively come back from the future and say what it is. Say this is what it always will be. And say this is what it was with a straight face. Yeah, we will. Non-verbal communicating peeps. It's been a long time since I let everyone else know that you exist. Let everyone else know that this is the end game level that they should strive for. Not greatness, but strive for non-verbal communication. It ain't for you because we communicate non-verbally and non-verbal. So this is for everyone else. I've had a few incidents, 2 to be exact, that's happened. And it was from different, let's say, places of interest, meaning buying or purchasing or what have you. And it all comes back around to either there's a glitch in a matrix that happens every so often with shady individuals, which is possible. But for me to encounter 2 different shady individuals with the only common link and the only common point is where the funds exchange. Where the funds exchange. Who did the exchanging of funds? And you can narrow it down by who. You can narrow it down by who does the exchanging of money when it comes to questionable, even legit businesses and organizations and people. The first time it happened, the first time that it occurred, I was on a website that was offering a deal. Yeah, a deal for a lifetime guarantee kind of situation, a lifetime guarantee kind of thing, right? And so I did my little investigating, my homework. I thought it was legit. I thought it was something that was easy to understand and follow from the website that I was on. But when I made the purchase took you to the website of who was hosting or who was having the information or the services that was on the main site. And it was all these bunch of add-ons. So it wasn't like you was get the lifetime guarantee, which you were, but it was at the bare minimum, the basic situation, the basic level. And every time you add on, or every time you do something to make the service reasonable, it drove up the price. So that was the scam. And I'm only saying this retroactively because at the time I didn't understand. I didn't quite grasp the situation. And I thought it would work itself out. But after a few incidents, after a few trying times, it just did not. And I just had to press the red button. And the red button actually worked this time. I had to press the red button and the red button actually worked. It was all these different things to bring on to make the service usable, to make the service reasonable. And the more you added, the more easier that the service got, the higher the price became. So by the time that I finished and was ready to go through, there was a large number. And the large number, I don't believe, was like a one-time thing. It was kind of like a yearly thing. It's like, what? I thought this was a lifetime situation that I was buying from the original website. But when I did that, it gave me some strange code to put in. But when you go to the website, where you sign up and do all of the legit stuff and you didn't put the code in until the very end. And then at the very end, there was like this writing and stuff saying that the add-ons that you have would be more, right? Okay. There was so many red flags. There was so many red flags that it was undeniable red flags, but I don't know where my mind was. I don't know where I was. But there were red flags. Those were red flags retroactively looking back on that situation. And so when I went ahead and tried to complete the dealio, it got flagged. It got flagged because no one's ever done what I did. No one's ever done what I did. Now, that was the red flag that I recognized. The last one, red flag, bells and whistles. That was the one that I recognized. And so the owner or the manager or the person who ran the service, I don't know who, but he contacted me and he was like, hey, did you make a mistake? And I said, yes, I made a mistake. I didn't know that this was going to be this. I thought I was getting the lifetime deal, which I purchased from somewhere else. And normally how that works, when you get a lifetime deal from a website or somewhere else, you do sometime have to go to the original website or the original place where you get the product or the service or what have you, and you put the code in. There isn't you adding stuff on normally. It happens. It's rare, but there are times, but it's not something to trick you into spending a ton of money, because the lifetime thing is one rare. It's for beta testers, basically for people that's out in front, innovators or trendsetters or what have you. And so they're testing something out, or they're doing something that the general rest of the public don't know about or don't understand. And they go to the website and they pay the original price, which is reasonable, and it makes up, or it all balances out. And so that's how that normally works. You don't go and have to add stuff on or get presented with adding stuff on at the initial phase, because the initial phase is you put in the code, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am, you get the service, you get it, and that's it. Of course, after you register and do all that other stuff. That's how that normally works. And this didn't work like that. As I said, this worked as if you had to add a bunch of stuff, or if you didn't add a bunch of stuff, it recognized that you didn't add a bunch of stuff, and then you just wanted with the code and you just put the code in. But that was at the very last bit after it took you through an ample amount of choices and an ample amount of things. So it set off red flags. And the person who ran the site or owner, he contacted me. He was like, was this a mistake? I was like, yes, this was a mistake, because how this normally works, if I'm presented with options, the options was already included in the lifetime gig, because you put the code in and the code normally works, and then that's it. You don't get all this other stuff. And it's like, all right, cool, I'll give you a refund. So I'm thinking, all right, that's cool. No worries. Nothing to stay up late about, pondering, thinking, wondering, and all of that good stuff. And I see it come by on where the exchange went, where the exchange of funds and money occurred. And a day or two later, it said, refund cancel. I'm like, what? Refund cancel? By who? I didn't cancel it. And so that's when I did some investigation. That's when I went into the place that does the transaction and then went through the details and just jumped through a bunch of hoops and all that stuff. Of course, I took screenshots and got some receipts for my records, because I knew that I was going to eventually have to press the red button, and that I was dealing with a nefarious actor. I was dealing with a nefarious person. And so I reached back out to said guy. Hey, the place said you canceled the refund. And they hit me back, was like, no, I didn't cancel it. There's a problem with the place. I'm like, well, what? There's a problem with the place? The place said that you canceled. All right. And then he said, give him about a week or 2 weeks or something like that. When I heard that, I was like, nah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rebuke this with the place first that initially made the transaction or initially canceled my refund transaction. And then if that don't worky, I'm going to the next steppy. And I went and I did that. And it came back a couple of days later, because they give the other company or place an opportunity to respond. And they responded and they denied. And so I reached back out to the guy and I was like, hey, why did you deny giving me a refund when I communicated through there and said that I was supposed to get my refund that you promised, and that I had receipts for of screenshots and what have you, saying that, yeah, I'm going to get my money, this and that. And he tried to upsell me in that. Well, hey, can you just check it out, and can you just I'll give you this and this added on to the service. No. I don't want to have anything to do with you at this point, because you done showed me what it'd be like. I'm just going to go to the next level. Thanks, but no thanks, because you lied. You were not a truth teller and you wasn't honest. And so I reached out to my initial credit card company that actually the funds came from, where the middleman took out. And so I was like, the middleman ain't doing the middleman job and ain't working with me and actually siding with the bad guy. So I'm just going to go to my place and say, hey, these are all my receipts. The middleman said no. The middleman didn't help, and I didn't get the service, and I didn't get what I was paying for help. And so they refunded my money while they did an investigation. And so I don't know how the investigation went. I don't know what they did with their investigation, but you betcha they came out and ruled in my favor, because them receipts are iron solid. When you say you're going to give somebody a refund and you don't give them a refund, or when you cancel the refund, or when you deny or when you deny that you denied canceling the refund through communication with the middleman, it's just an open and shut case. Of course, they gave them an opportunity to rebut. I gave them an opportunity to come back with some more lies, but it eventually all still worked out in my favor. And so I ended up getting my funds back because I wasn't using the service. I didn't even go on the website ever again because I didn't want that smoke. I didn't want that IP traffic. It's like, nah, it's cool. It's great. And it happened again. Not the same company, a different company, a different, possibly nefarious actor, IDK. But the consistent is the middleman. I asked for a refund. The company, the guy, the person, whoever said they was going to give me my refund, just wait. I got the initial refund message and the refund transfer. And just like the previous time that I just so elegantly described, it got canceled by who I don't know and I don't care. And so I did a rebuttal. So I was going to take the same exact steps that I took for the first time. But this time, the middleman actually ruled in my favor. This time, the middleman didn't agree or lean with the company or the guy with the service because I didn't get the service or I didn't want the service. You said you was going to give me a refund and you cancel it. You canceled it. But this time the middleman actually gave my refund without me having to go to my credit card company. But one time, yeah. Second time, okay. I can't let there be no third time. This middleman company is basically on my not to be trusted list because I don't deal in a nefarious world. I don't fool with nefarious actors to that extent or like that. So for this to happen, 2 different occasions with 2 different companies, granted, the second time I eventually got my monies back, but I had to file a claim instead of it just not going through the first time. Maybe there's a glitch in their system where they automatic cancel or some nefarious actor cancels it for whoever. There's like some kind of dark known secret how to get refunds canceled. Maybe there's like a cookbook or something like that on there. But it can't happen a third time. I am extremely aware. I am making and taking steps into protecting myself and basically getting or being rid of the middleman or using the middleman as less as possible because it can't happen a third time. I'm not going to make the promise to myself. I'm just going to say never, not, no how, no way. I learned. And I don't need to learn anymore because I can't hold that L. That L hurts. It's heavy. It is heavy. So be aware and watch out. And there's only so many middlemen out there. And it's a big company middleman too. It is. And they think that they're your pal. But they ain't no pal of mine even though I pay. You ain't my pal. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website, Xtra, VDGsports.com. Xtra, VDGsports.com. There's a YouTube as well, Xtra, VDG. Like, subscribe, share. Basically, do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. We do clap back. Yeah, we do clap back. Noob, once again, thank you. Even though you left 1 second in. Regs, I'm just going to say peace out.